Question. The diagram, a graph is there. It shows the vapor pressure composition curve, or it is given for the binary solution of A and B. The binary solution is the solution containing two components, and both the components are supposed to be the liquid's pure components, and this is the vapor pressure curve. From this curve, we are to identify about the AB interactions. AB interactions means when the liquid A is mixed with the liquid B. It is the interaction, magnitude of the interaction, attractive forces between the particles of A and B. And what the given options are. The interactions are similar to AA and BB interactions. So, what are AA and BB interactions? They are the interactions between the molecules of A and A in the liquid A and molecules of B and B in the liquid B. They are equal. Or the AB interactions are greater than the interactions in the pure components, or they are smaller than in the pure components, or the values go just unpredicted. In this case, see here, if it is the curve of the vapor pressure this way, we call it as a maxima. When the Raoult's law is used to interpret about this maxima, here we say, it is the experimentally measured vapor pressure value for the solution. If it is the experimentally measured vapor pressure value, what will be the theoretically expected vapor pressure value from Raoult's law? And that theoretical expected value is given with this hypothetically developed straight line connecting these 2 points, where one point is the vapor pressure of pure component A and another point might be the vapor pressure of the pure component B. By joining them with the straight line, we have the theoretically expected vapor pressure. This is the expected. But for any composition, if we take the composition here, for any composition, the experimental value is greater than theoretical value, and that is possible only when the vapor pressure of the solution is more than sum of the vapor pressures of pure components. And this is possible only when the solution has a weaker interactions, weaker attractive forces between its molecules. Thereby, in the pure components, attractive forces must be more strong and the vapor pressure values supposed to be less. While in the solution, the attractive forces must be weak. That is why the escaping tendency of the molecules will increase, and that causes the increase in the vapor pressure. Indirectly, we mean to tell that the AB interactions are smaller than the AA and BB interactions. In other words, pure solutions, pure liquid components have stronger attractions and the solution has the weaker attractions. Indirectly, that makes us to push ourselves with the correct option, option C. In the next, we take up one more pattern related to the solutions, like two aqueous solutions named as S1 and S2 are separated as shown in this figure. The figure goes with S1 in one compartment and S2 in another compartment, separated by semi-permeable membrane. The membrane which allows only the solvent molecules to pass through and not the solute particles. In this situation, the information given to us is S2 has the lower vapor pressure. S2, it has the lower vapor pressure than S1. Therefore, A, more solvent flows from S1 to S2. B, more solvent flows from S2 to S1. C, no solvent flow takes place between S1 and S2. And D, solvent flows but with equal rates between S1 and S2. We have to get the answer immediately with this hidden information in the S2 carrying the lower vapor pressure. If the vapor pressure is less, then this solution should be containing more solute. It should be more concentrated. So S2 has more solute particles, and if S2 is having more solute particles, it is supposed to be hypertonic. And if it is hypertonic with more osmotic pressure, immediately we can expect the solvent to flow from the region where the solvent is more towards the region where the solvent is less. Osmosis takes place and the solvent flow occurs from S1 to S2. Therefore, it is the option A. More solvent flows from S1 to S2. Remember, solution with less vapor pressure carries more solute. When more solute is there, its osmotic pressure is more, and it is supposed to be hypertonic compared to other. That is how the two phenomena are related here, that is the osmotic pressure as well as the vapor pressure of the solution. In the previous question, we have seen the ideal and the non-ideal solutions obeying or not obeying the Raoult's law indirectly. Solutions are of two types, ideal and non-ideal. Ideal solutions obey Raoult's law and non-ideal solutions do not obey Raoult's law. Like, ideality is seen this way. The theoretically calculated vapor pressure values using the Raoult's law and the practically measured vapor pressure values, if they coincide, if they become equal, the solution is supposed to be ideal and solution is obeying Raoult's law. Suppose experimental values are more than the theoretically calculated values, the solution is showing non-ideality, and this non-ideality is with the positive deviation. I repeat, experimentally determined vapor pressure values should be more than the expected, positive. If experimental values are less than the Raoult's law expected values, then it is the negative deviation. So here the question is about this. An aqueous solution of H2SO4 obeys Raoult's law, shows positive deviation from Raoult's law, shows negative deviation from Raoult's law, obeys Henry's law at all compositions. Now,